Go ahead.
Well, Coach, talk about the Cougar offense.
Extremely explosive. They got the grad school transfer quarterback who's been outstanding for them so far this season and has really made that thing go. And, Coach Leach has always done a great job putting into the passing game. And, they got experienced receivers and a very versatile running back. And so, they're certainly explosive and going to be tough to challenge.
Coach Leach now #1 in longevity in the Pac-12. I mean, longer than any other coach. How important is that consistency and continuity?
Oh, I think it's critical, especially at places like Washington State and Oregon State, where you have some consistency, and that you can establish your culture, you can establish your brand of recruiting, and all those things to get some kind of consistent winning. I think it's absolutely critical that you have longevity and then also consistency with the coaches.
Can you talk just about the air raid offense and just kind of what challenge it presents, especially when they can incorporate that running game into it as well?
Yeah, well, the air raid offense is unique, and obviously they have no tight ends on the field at any point in time, and they're trying to get the ball, and they're going to spread you out horizontally and vertically, and from what I understand, every play is called in as a pass play, and then if they get the certain look that they like, they'll check to a run. And so it's based on pass, and certainly, obviously, Utah didn't give them many looks that they wanted to run into. I think they had 6 runs for the entire game, but the intelligence of it is they're going to take whatever you give them, and so if you load the box up to stop the run, they're going to try to throw it, and if you play back and try to stop the pass, then they're going to try to take the run.
In terms of being prepared for this, did playing a team like Nevada, who threw the ball kind of a little bit of an air raid, kind of help prepare you guys for this at all?
Absolutely. Now that we're getting into the kind of the middle part of the season, there is some, hey, this is just like this team, or this part of it is like another team that we've already prepared for, which is good for us. So there's some of that teaching that goes on. Hey, this is just like, the more we can do that, the better it is for our players.
Talking about Minshew, their senior transfer quarterback, and he just seems to be fitting right in where Falk left off.
Yeah.
Is it more about Leach's system than individuals, or is it the type of player they recruit?
Well, I think it's a little bit of both. Obviously, Coach Leach knows what he's doing and what he wants out of the quarterbacks in his system, and Minshew has been able to do exactly what he's asked those guys to do. And Coach Leach has a long history of developing quarterbacks in that offense, and certainly being able to throw it 50 or 60 times adds to your numbers. But he's been extremely efficient with the football this year as far as his completion percentage, his touchdown to interception ratio, and so he's fit into being that air raid quarterback, just like a lot of the quarterbacks in the past for Coach Leach.
Obviously, the last couple of weeks, the rush defense has been the concern, the numbers there. What's the next step in fixing the issues with the rush D?
Well, we got Washington State right where we want them. We're going to force them to run because where our numbers are. It's the biggest thing is continuing to progress. We feel good about our process, and we've tweaked it. We've worked on tackling more this week than any other time. We incorporated some live tackling into practice, which we haven't done since fall camp. And it's going to continue to be something that we're going to continue to work on, but we got to tackle better. We got to continue to get better at our run fits, and some of that once again comes with, the further we get in the season, the more often we say, hey, this is the same run fit we saw before, and those things help, especially when you got some young players playing at, new positions and those types of things. But that combination of getting the correct run fits and tackling, Three of the longest runs that Arizona State had, we had guys in position to make a tackle within 2 yards of the line of scrimmage and weren't able to do it. And all 3 of those ended up being over 40-yard runs. And so, we got guys in position. Now we just got to train them and get them to have that confidence that they can get that ball carried down at the line of scrimmage.
How do you create turnovers against an air raid attack like that?
Well, the biggest thing I think is you got to try to be disruptive to the quarterback, and so he doesn't throw on rhythm. And then you got to also challenge him with your variations of coverage. So he has to spend time looking, and maybe he got a guy in the spot where he didn't think he was going to be. And so it's the combination of affecting the quarterback in the rush and affecting him with the coverage.
Coach, thanks.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.